Hello, everyone. My name is Valerie Brown, and I'm coming to you from Grand Canyon University. Today, I would like to present you with my 5 to 7 minute presentation on initiatives and referendums in reference to Arizona's Constitution. I come to you from the course of POS 500 US and Arizona Constitution for Teacher Candidates. And today, we will discuss the basic definition of initiatives and referendums, how they are created. We will compare and contrast both concepts, and we will discuss the pros and cons of initiatives and referendums, as well as how initiatives and referendums support the idea of direct democracy as it outlines the Arizona Constitution. The basic definition of initiatives and referendums. So, initiatives are proposals made by citizens to create or change laws without the legislature involvement. And referendums are proposals created by elected officials and then put to the vote of the citizens. We'll talk about how initiatives and referendums are created. So, initiatives are first drafted by the citizens, and the documents that the citizens collect must have valid signatures from at least 15% of the number of votes casted in the last state election. Whereas referendums are ways for the public to directly vote on specific issues or proposals. Usually, the government or legislative body initiates the process, but citizens can also propose their own referendum through a petition. To create a referendum, a clear question or proposal must be drafted, followed by a successful majority vote in the legislature. Once passed, the referendum is scheduled and presented to the public for a final decision. During the referendum, voters can vote for or against the proposal, and the outcome is determined by simple majority rules. Now we will compare and contrast initiatives and referendums. The main difference that I found was that these two possess processes is that first, initiatives are created and proposed directly by the citizens, while referendums are proposed by elected officials. That's the difference. However, both of them are similar because they give more power to the people and allow them to control the final decision. Now, initiatives let the citizens gather signatures to put a proposal in the ballot by bypassing the traditional route of having a proposal introduced by the legislator. Referendum is a traditional route, which they have to have the proposal go through them first and then allow the people to vote, instead of relying on letting the people rely on their own decisions. Pros and cons. So now we're going to the pros and cons of both initiatives and referendums. But first, we'll start with initiatives. So the advantages of initiatives lies in the ability to empower individuals to make decisions directly, thereby fostering accountability um, within the government. This is particularly beneficial for citizens seeking to hold their elected officials accountable. The cons, the disadvantages is that anyone can create a law with their own agenda at hand, which can result sometimes in unfair or poor laws being made. There is no requirement for someone with common knowledge of law to be involved, such as an elected official, and this can lead to misinformed or misdirected decisions. We'll talk about the referendums, pros and cons. So now we go to referendums, and referendums have several advantages that I found. They allow experts or knowledgeable government officials to implement proposals that align with the constitutional ideologies. Additionally, they enable the creation of policies and procedures that reflect the will of the majority. This process ensures that the policy and procedures are in the line of the democratic values and support the principles of popular powers. Referendums play a critical role in ensuring that the decisions by the governments are representatives of the will of the people. Cons of referendums. Well, referendums, one of the advantages is that referendums provide opportunity for citizens to participate in the decision making. So, with the people making the final vote, that's what that is. But they also have some drawbacks. For instance, they can cause division among communities and do not offer complete control over issues presented, which can lead to political division. This results in people feeling like their opinions or their needs are not heard or addressed. Um, the referendums can be helpful for democratic participants, but we have to be cautious on how we address and we implement referendums because it can cause division with everyone having their separate opinions, which makes situations worse. How initiatives and referendums support the idea of direct democracy, and how does it outline Arizona's constitution? Well, the way that it outlines Arizona Constitution and how it supports direct democracy is because simply direct democracy is when people have the power to decide on policies and laws instead of leaving the decision solely up to lawmakers. So being able to have both initiatives and referendums at hand allows the people to also have their hands in play, which creates direct democracy. So initiatives allow the voters to have direct power influence to influence change in the laws or to deny the laws that are passed by legislators. What initiative does sometimes is remove the middleman from the decision making in relation to laws and policies and allow the people to govern them themselves. However, referendums, on the other hand, does still allow the people to have a say so. Um, However, the proposals have to go through the legislature first in order to be pushed forward, and then it has to have a majority rules before it even reaches the ballot, and that shows democracy because the people will initially have the final decision as after the process is complete. So I thank you for allowing me to do my 5 to 7 minute presentation. I learned so much through this presentation, and this is my references where I received all of the information that I have associated with this presentation. And I hope you have a blessed night. Thank you.